Hello everyone, it's Sizzledrix here, and I have a deck for you for Legends of Runeterra that I am so excited to share with you. And the reason why is because it's my own creation, haven't really seen anyone else doing it, and it does something really fun. And that deck is what I call Sumpwork Deserter. And if you can tell by the thumbnail what we're doing, and you know what's coming, it is exactly that. Basically, what we're talking about here is the card Chirian Sumpworker. I've always been a fan of this card. He's a 2-mana 1/2 with elusive that says when you summon another Chirian Sumpworker, obliterate me and transform all Chirian Sumpworkers everywhere into Sumpwork Posses. Keyword here is everywhere. And the Sumpwork Posse here is a 2-mana 4/2 elusive, way overstated, and has a skill that says deal 1 damage to all enemies in the enemy nexus. It's a card I've always been a fan of, but one of the things that balances this card is the fact that you have to see a second copy. You can only put 3 in your deck, so you either have to copy them multiple times with different other effects, or you just have to get lucky and find them. And even when you do, you essentially you play 2 cards, and the second card is still very mystic shot-able, basically. So you're kind of 2-for-1ing yourself in a lot of situations. What you get in return is a pretty well overstated unit, and that's fine, but the real payoff is when you get more and more of these guys. And so for a while we've been using cards like counterfeit copies. I even tried to use Echo and his package because he has a 3-mana 4/2 that predicts, and when the predicted card you choose, they make a copy of. So I was trying to copy those routes, and it just never really had the right juice. Those cards just aren't very competitive. They have a lot of disadvantages. Counterfeit copies especially doesn't actually get you any board presence, for example. So the deck was always kind of memey, and this card has always just been for fun. But enter the brand new card coming this new set, Legion Deserter. And when everybody else saw this card, they immediately thought like Miss Wraiths and Encroaching Mist, but no. I immediately went to our friend Chirian Sumpworker, and I was like, wait a second. He says he's a 5-mana 5/4 with Overwhelm that says gain all allied everywhere buffs. So I was thinking, wait, if Sumpworker says turn all Sumpworkers everywhere into Sumpwork Posses, would Deserter turn into Sumpwork Posses? And the answer is, he definitely does. And what that creates is extra Sumpwork Posses in your deck naturally, that you don't have to use counterfeit copies or practical perfectionists to create. They're just already there. So even after you create your first Chirian Sumpwork transformation, you then have 2, maybe 3 backup Chirian Sumpworkers ready to go. And of course, we wouldn't be able to achieve multiple Chirian Sumpworkers without a few other cards. We're using, for example, Iterative Improvement. This is a staple with Chirian Sumpworker because the second one you play is not only bigger, but it also allows you to get 2 Chirian Sumpworkers as long as you've seen the first. Another card that recently got buffed and actually gets value here is Blood for Blood. It's 2 mana, deal 1 to an allied follower. If it survives, create a copy of it in hand. And when you compare this to the Iterative Improvement, it's kind of a joke, right? This one can target enemies as well as allies, doesn't deal damage to your allies, and you get a +1/+1 on them. So the fact that this used to be fast speed is kind of a joke, but now that it's burst speed, it's actually pretty reasonable, and it actually works okay with Chirian Sumpworker, because if you play your first one and then deal 1 damage to it to create a second one, when you play the second one, the first one will get obliterated. So the fact that you did 1 damage to it doesn't really even matter. So this gives us extra redundancy that once we see Chirian Sumpworker, we're probably going to have 2, which means then all of our Legion Deserters are going to transform, and we might even have 3 or 4. And so you're asking yourself, okay, well then what are we going to play with this? Well, the immediate answer to me was Annie. 1 mana 0/2 has a skill, attack, deal 2 damage to my blocker. If it's dead again or gone, deal 2 damage to the enemy nexus instead. Not only, and then her level up condition is I've seen you play 6 fast speed spells, slow spells, or skills. So not only is she a decent aggressive deck for an aggressive archetype, one that's hard to block, but she also levels up off the skills from our Sumpwork Posses. Her level up and her disintegrate and Tibbers are all also very useful tools to help this archetype survive until it gets to the point where it can just essentially 1 or 2 turn kill you with Sumpwork Posses. We also have Piltover Telstones because of the multiple options that it gives you. You can lose it late game if you've run out of cards in order to try and draw those extra Sumpwork Posses. Hextech Transmogulator has surprisingly become super valuable, and you'll see it get value in one of the games in this recording. And then Aftershock, of course, dealing 3 to anything or destroying a landmark has a ton of different uses. In just ending the game, dealing with a landmark that's a pop off, or about dealing with a unit that doesn't like to engage in combat. And so I think 2 copies of this make a lot of sense, and I highly recommend running them. Ravenbloom Conservator is pretty essential with any, but there's a lot of synergy points that work with Archerian Sumpwork Posse here, because the Conservatory counts as a 10 countdown landmark for 1 mana that advances every time you play a fast, slow, or skill. And when you finish counting down, you get it to bulk, right? He's a 6-mana 6/6, and he says, when I'm summoned, grant all allies everywhere +1/+0 for the rest of the game. All of your spells and skills deal 1 additional damage. And this increases the power of your Tyrian Sumpworkers who have elusive, so there's a decent chance they'll be able to use that power upgrade. It also increases the power of the skill that they do that deals damage to all enemies in the enemy nexus, which also will trigger before Tibulk goes into combat, meaning whoever's blocking Tibulk is going to have less health no matter what to deal with his overwhelm. So there's a lot of synergy that really works with the Ravenbloom Conservatory and with Tyrian Sumpworker. And that was really where I had the idea to kind of throw all this together and, of course, run Annie with it. We tried a few different options, one with Echo that went the predict route, but it didn't really... Echo's not very good. There's only he needs more predict cards in Piltover and Zon. Like, it just is a fact. So until that happens, it wasn't fun. He just didn't really work out. And then we also tried a Victor path, but we don't play a lot of created cards, so the value of Victor's level up and what he brought to the game wasn't much, especially since we weren't really trying to slow the game down. We were trying to like combo aggro our opponent. And so I ended up deciding on 2 copies of Katarina and 1 copy of Vi. And the reason I decided this is, first of all, Katarina can help get you some decent value and give you something proactive to do in the early game around turn 3, 4, and 5. One of the issues this deck has is if you don't see Tyrian Sumpworker, you don't really want to use a lot of these other cards because you're looking for them. You don't see your Annie, you don't see your Ballistic Bot. What do you do early game? Well, hopefully you can at least attack with Katarina. You can use her blade to remove somebody. And you'll see in this video, I put her to work, and she actually is quite valuable, especially since if you're able to level up to, if you're able to count down the Conservatory and get it to bulk, then now all of a sudden all of her daggers are doing 2 damage and helping you close out the game. Speaking of closing out the game, we have Mystic Shot and Get Excited to help us do that. We have some leftovers from the previous version. Ballistic Bot was with our Victor version, and he turns out to be pretty useful. Not only does dealing damage and slowly growing just good on its own, but of course each time you cast one of the ignitions that he creates, it's a slow speed spell that helps advance the Ravenbloom Conservatory a little faster, and he can get big enough to make some serious blocks when you need him to. And the nice thing about him as well is once Tibulk has been summoned, suddenly his ignitions do 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage, and we can continue. He can just close out the games for you. And that's actually one thing I also want to mention with the Tibulk by going why I said 3 or 4 is because this deck can actually put out multiple Tibulks because of all these copy effects we already inherently play for Tyrian Sumpworker. We can just use them on Tibulk in the late game if we need to get some ridiculous value. We of course are playing Ravenous Flock because it's a Noxus deck, and you should just run this card. It's good. And then other than that, we have just Vi to finish it out with the last champion slot. I figured we needed 1 more slot. Couldn't really find anybody else that was good, and Vi seems to fit the bill. She puts in the work just fine. I don't want to see a 3rd copy of Katarina, mostly because she has to keep bouncing back to the hand anyway. Her champion spell is okay, but mildly useful. And so I ended up finding the one of a Vi to be good, and you'll see I have a game where actually I get all 3 of them out at one time. So it ends up being the champion distribution that I feel is the strongest. I think we talked about everything other than Time Trick, which held over from our Echo version and just helps us find whatever tools we need, either sump workers or copy effects or whatever. And I believe I'm already mentioned we're running 3 of Disintegrate, which is Annie's champion spell. And that's essentially the whole deck. It's basically just a combo aggro burn. You're trying to find your Sumpwork Posse, get as many of them as you can out, look out for avalanches, mystic shots, effective removal to get rid of them. And when you navigate around that, you can have explosive plays, sometimes even in 2 Sumpworkers on the same field, and then using Katarina to get 2 attacks in 1 turn and just completely OTKing somebody. It's been an absolute blast playing this deck. I hope you guys try it out and have as much success and fun as I did. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be part of my slot deck building process and all the fun I have on Twitch, you can find me there at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks much, and I'll see you again soon. My answer always is more path. Oh. More path. More Path of Champions. This is a great hand. We already have 2 Cheerians. Oh, Path of Champions. Oh, duh. Why did I think otherwise, Mangar? I know that you are a Path of Champions obsessive. I believe it, and that's okay. I love that about you. I even play Path of Champions here and there. It's great. So we just got to make sure we don't freaking die. And this could turn out to be pretty good. So we already got our 2 drops and stuff. So let's see what his first action is next turn. Probably just swing or something. I don't want him to kill my Sump Worker, which he can't really do, right? In those colors. Man, I don't see how he does. Well, it sucks for him. I'm totally just gonna burn that.
Come out,
wherever you are. What Bilgewater card could he stop me here with? Not sure. Well, we're about to find out. Oh man, he just takes all of it. Jeez. All right. Ooh, conservatory is nice.
Truth better. Truth is no bedding.
Seems good. We just take it 7 damages and nothing that we really concerned right here.
it's so big.
Noxus. It's so big.
Keep up, keep up.
Burn me.
I want to play a game of hide and seek.
Oh wait, I did the order wrong. I should have done these 2, then her 3rd, because then it would power up her ability. But oh, whatever. I guess it did. That seems good to me. I'll take it. I could keep my Sumpworker alive with this, but honestly, I'm kind of looking at Tibble powering it up for the kill. And we'll prevent the damage here. Why not? I can just play Tibble now. Oh, okay. Sure. That works.
Just the way you like.
Alright, let's see what he does here. Just making it very difficult for him to stop us attacking anyway. Yeah, it doesn't do shit. Boom! Blowout! Alright, he's taking his time to do that, which doesn't save him. Alright, cool. Oh, that's a win in the game, in the bucket.
Did you like
Wish.
that, Wasn't it fun?
Wasn't it? I really like this idea, and I don't have enough video footage of it, which is one reason why I'm playing it tonight, because I want to make a YouTube video out of it before somebody else does. Don't need any of this. Yeah, it's fine. Hey, there's a Sumpworker. What's up?
It's playtime.
Alright, I'm just gonna attack before he plays that 2-3 ephemeral thing that makes buffs ephemerals. That's exactly the card I thought he was gonna play. Which is why we open tact. Plus, what would Ballistic Bot do now that he has no power?
Perfection.
He is powerless. Okay, I don't care about your 2 damage.
Safety disengaged.
Really don't.
Fresh catch? Well, it was fresh.
Alright, something's gotten cheaper in his hand. That should not good. Alright, so we got some of the pieces, but it's not really coming together yet.
This way. Lovely. Burning.
I had a feeling you just let me do it if I attacked with full mana. There's just too many things I could have. Well, shit. It's exactly what I thought was going to come in. Who plays Deathmark? This guy. We're going to kill our own Ballistic Bot to prevent that from happening. Sad that we have to do it, but it's the way it is. I can't let him keep a 6/6 lifelink. That's not lifesteal. That's not okay. He's not allowed to keep that card. Not okay. It's a conservatory. I don't think it is. I think we skip and hope for the best. That's not bad. Hasn't played a Shark Chariot before, right? Okay. Part of me wants to just aftershock this right now. I just don't know if that's correct. We can play this guy. He can block, and then when you transform, he'll like he'll just completely change his health, so it doesn't matter if he's taking damage or not. But if we play him, we can't play the Mystic Shot or the Disintegrate, so I think I'm just passing here, to be honest. And seeing how bad it's gonna get. Looks like it's gonna get pretty bad. Pass. Not happy about it, but pass. We just take 8. I don't think we do. I think we prevent some damage here and help progress the Annie level. There's 9 mana to draw a bunch of cards. Rough. Ooh. Hello.
Never play fair.
Shadow approaches.
Quick as a blade.
Burning. Alright, so we got the Annie level up, which is nice.
I think I got something.
Okay.
No one gets in
It's
my
in my
way.
way.
Oh, heck.
Got him. Nice. Ah, man, that's such a bad card to draw here. That's a lot of problems. It's exact lethal is what that is. Oh, man. Might just be sacking the Annie here. Actually, I don't think this is a game where we're going to get Cheery and Sumpworker off the table, so we should probably just block this down. The problem is he plays another one. That's the issue.
No going.
Without a sound.
You're gonna allow this man to attack.
It's just an egg.
The order.
They're afraid. They should be.
You know what? No, we're not gonna attack because he just attacks us back. For 2 damage, we can't afford it. Alright, I think I'm just aftershocking this dude because I'm kind of done with him. No, it's too much mana. I think I'm just gonna Tibbers this guy right now.
Come, the journey ahead is long. Only fools hesitate.
Okay. So I think we aftershock this guy now, and then we can block this dude. Just trying to control the little board a little bit. He's almost out of cards. We're getting there. Get there, Tibbers. Oh my god, we got him. I think we got him, guys. Oh, I think we got him. We got him! Oh, man. That was a close one, y'all. My heart is racing. I'm having a heart attack on stream. Okay. We got it. We basically got the combo. We just need any of the other, one of the sump workers or one of our copy effects, and we're in business. I don't want him like single combat or something. I'm also worried about a tentacle smash. By God. There we go, finally.
A Noxian soldier is worth 10 foes.
Single combat and sharp side or Initio. Can I pass?
Show them our metal.
Okay, now we'll start playing stuff. Because we got extra copies, so. How about that? Grow as big as you want. I don't think those guys gonna let us get our sump worker combo to even go off. Don't think he's gonna give us the ability to. Oh wow, he actually does. Okay, so we got the transforms off. Now we just need to survive his next attack. Okay. So we can now Mystic Shot this guy.
We march.
Think we take it all. And now here comes the secret. He has no idea why. This guy probably has no idea how I got all these Sumpwork Posses. He's probably super confused. I would be if I had no idea what was going on. It's so stupid. There's something going on under the hood that no one sees. You gotta have a sharp side to stay alive, or a single combat at this point, where I could tame, I guess. That'll do it. Sure. Puts him to 3, that's fine. We're gonna play Tibulk, and then we've got Burn afterwards.
My shield is yours.
Oh man, I could burn the living crap out of him now. I have enough burn to completely end the game. Oh, similar build-ups, but I bet you were very different kinds of decks. We're just pitching everything for the Sumpworker pot. Cherry and Sumpworker. Didn't get him. Got a pretty decent hand anyway. Let's go make some friends, Tibbers. Let's do that. Burning.
No one's the wiser. Explosive.
Jesus, he got 2 of them.
They'll never
Son of a bitch. Well, that probably beats us, to be honest. Well, now we're all doing the same thing. Out of my 30 game, I have maybe ran into the same deck 2 times. Yeah, it's there's a lot going on down there, for sure. I think we're just getting rid of this as well. Evening out our landmarks. Damn.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
I mean, we could have our own.
Once I stamp papers,
Now faces.
Primed and ready. Can you improve perfection?
Oh, I could have aftershocked his landmark. That'd be interesting.
It's not exactly legal, but it is exactly awesome.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'd prefer if you didn't live. If I'm being honest.
Primed and ready.
Sure.
Fire till nothing moves.
Yeah, we get the 2 damage in, nice, and we get our Tibulk before him.
System upgrade.
We actually play it and burn him for 2. Nice, we got the Sumpwork, which now means we just need another way to copy him or another Sumpwork.
Perfection. Primed and ready. Safety disengaged. System upgrade.
So everybody dies, basically. Although he gets some actual damage. Okay. It's fine with me. Come on, give me a copy effect or another Sumpworker. Oh my god, that'd be so amazing. No, we just get that. You know what? That's probably fine. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. He might have one as well. Figured we'd get rid of his bot that
A
he's
little
built up.
puncture and a lot of pain.
Sure.
Get him.
Yeah. Okay, it does have the flock. Yeah, that's all I was worried about.
No going back.
Sucks. You got the Katarina too, so yeah, we're gonna lose this one.
This might hurt.
We couldn't get things to work properly. Ugh, this is ugly. Cool. It is fun when you can play cat infinitely. Yeah. Yeah, my brother Reese was talking about a way of like making her cheaper in like a auction on deck and just making her super dirt cheap and playing a whole bunch of them. Doesn't seem super realistic, but it's funny concept. So they don't have a lot of great ways to answer this Sumpworker combo. So we should be pretty good this game, to be honest. Oh man, and we drew another one. What can we do for 3 man? He could do the undergrowth, right? I'll go for it. He has to have undergrowth right now. And it'll heal him at full health. 3 mana to kill a 2 mana unit. I think I'm okay with it. Especially since I have another 1+ iterative improvement. Okay, yeah, we'll iterative improvement into it. Or will we? Because he's got recalls. And direct damage kills. Yeah, let's just play the other Sumpworker. And he probably just vengeances it. If I know. If I know this deck probably just drops out of vengeance right here. No? Okay. Pull out an Undying. That's fair. Alright. We're going to be trading damage, and this guy does a hell of a lot of damage.
Embrace life.
Expect death.
We're not letting this chick live. Ain't no way. Still dies the flock. So we're good.
Tear them apart.
Get her out of here. Unless you have recall. The only thing I can think of. Mark of the Isles, but then your unit still dies. You do push a lot of damage there.
I am superior life form.
I am superior life form. Do I let him possibly kill my Sumpwork Posse before it can attack? Yeah, screw it, whatever.
No
Here we go,
going
Katarina. Let's go.
I do this for her. For us.
Just gonna take that 8 to the face.
Obey your king.
Yeah, you're in a bad spot, man. And now we can just flock him. That's not looking great for him at all.
Everything.
Ooh, gotta love flock, man. That's a great card. I'm just doing both on the stack immediately to save us some time. Alright, let's see what he does from here.
I'm ready.
Does it don't look good for him? Okay, it's easy block. Joke's on you, bro. I already have lethal.
Never play fair.
Never play fair. Does this look like we're playing fair? We're playing 2 mana 4/2s with elusive. We ain't playing fair. We don't play fair out here. Actually, climbing with sump workers. Isn't it great? And the fact that this deck could pump out quite a few of them is pretty crazy. Really need a copy effect? Nice.
Let's go make some friends today.
Hitters.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. To the face. Another Japanese or Chinese. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Another name I can't pronounce or read.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
So we can't do this and iterative next turn. There's not a lot of value to that. I think we just Katarina next turn.
Hush now.
It's fine. I don't want to block with this because then he could Bile Feast.
Let the bloodshed begin.
Let the bloodshed begin.
Blood for Come, stay a while.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Okay, he's just blocking it down. That's fair.
You dare! Ha! They'll never know what kills.
I think we're just pinging her for 1, right? No, we can probably just get excited at her. Okay, that's fine with me. I just need her not to kill me this turn. I guess we just take that. I mean, you have ways to kill it, right? Yeah, just stun it. You're good. You just stun flock it. I assume that's what's happening. Oh no, that's not what's happening. Fascinating.
Submission or death for all who live.
No going.
And I will find her.
Going somewhere?
I think this is fine. Actually, you know what? I think I do this Because it prevents more damage now, and I can still flock him. Actually, he just dies to my Chirian Sumpworker attack. Yeah. Yeah, that's the correct move. That's the correct move. We prevent as much damage as possible.
Just an
We wipe the board. Bye-bye, Viega. 6 damage to face. We can't run a nation next turn, which is good. Legion Deserter that has transformed into a Sumpwork Posse. Nice. Called that. Coming at you with the posse, buddy. Posse, let's go. Yeah, he gets flocked. I can't stop that. Also doing 11 base. There's another Viega right here. Oh, that guy's big. Oh, Transmogrifier. How you are gonna save me here.
I'll spin you a story.
There we go. Oh man, if he had a way to kill it, that would have sucked. That was the best thing we had, though. The best option we had.
This little number, the spoil of war.
Okay, we have Hex. We have Aftershock to face now. We're good. Really? Okay, no, we can still do the same thing again. Try again. Oh! We got him! Woo! Woo! Against an atrocity. Against 2 overpowered Legion deserters. That's a decent average. Baby steps, as they say. I'll keep the Katarina on 3. Oh man, and we get a Sumpworker. It's a very good hand. We just need a way to copy him, and we're in business. Okay, there's an extra deserter when we transform him. And we just get 2 damage in. Thing is, though, their deck now is just loaded with lifesteal. You have the Dreadbloom Wanderer, you have the 2 1 mana 1/4. They heals 2 and tosses 2 when it dies. You oh man, that's great. Alright, well, I don't want to play Sumpworker there. I don't have the mana. Well, I would have had a mana, but
never.
I want to play Cat here if I can get away with it. Probably not, though. Oh, he's playing Allure of the Depths version.
Only fools hesitate.
I kind of have a feeling something like that would happen. It's okay. This helps level up Annie, so we do fire it off. I hope he's so occupied that he leaves mana open so I can play Sumpworker next turn, iterative Sumpworker, and then play a 3rd Sumpworker. It doesn't look like he's going to let me do that, is it? Oh wait, the 5 mana one that obliterates when he enters is cheaper now, right? Damn. Okay. Didn't expect that. Blood for blood. Into a Sumpworker. Going in. And he levels. Nice! Burn me.
I want to play a game of hide and burn.
Okay. Still takes 8 damage, it's fine with me. It's gone, so and he just burns you to face, yep. That did not exactly that did not exactly go the way you thought it would.
These isles will be cleansed.
The one he goes to kill is the one we blood for blood. Okay.
Life starts small.
What if I said no? Nice! Got him again! This deck's on a roll, baby! Woo!
Let's go make some more friends.
If that's how you make friends, stay the f away from me. Probably fine, but if they're burning like action things, buildings that people actually care about, who knows? Alright, we are passing up on all this. Is okay, I guess. Ballistic bot Vi isn't bad.
Humanity is obsolete.
I think Vi should say whenever you play a spell, grant all Vi's +1/+0. So that way future Vi's still get the buff. Of course, that would be kind of nutty with this Legion Deserter now.
Perfection.
Soraka Bard, huh? Oh, pretty aggressive deck there, Soraka Bard.
No going back.
Yeah, we're fine.
The blade.
We have a Disintegrate. Easy money. Boom! Down he goes. They'll never know.
They'll never know what kills.
I got it right. I guess the proper voice line. I guess these are the same thing at this point.
Safety disengaged. Can you improve perfection?
Might have to block the bird.
Inferior design.
I'll try a block. He might have the Masteral Protection. That's the best card he could have here. What does Posse do to Deserter? He transforms Deserter into a Sumpwork Posse. Whenever you play the second Sumpwork Posse, the deserter become all copies of your deserters become Sumpwork Posses. So you essentially, if you played Posse, you found a second one and played it, you would have 4 other Sumpwork Posses in your deck still. Okay, so he did have exactly the card I thought he might. That's fine. I was expecting that. I got Vi.
Punchline. Hit 'em where it hurts. Eat this.
Oh, I want to play.
I'm gonna do this so I can flock this guy. And he stuns him if he tries to block Annie, so I'm not worried about it. Yep. Yeah, that's not how that works. Leveled up. Vi showing her value here. Yeah, that's what this whole deck is about. And Blood for Blood recently got buffed to make it even better for Tyrion Sumpworkers. So that's the point of the whole deck, basically, is to just make a bunch of Sumpwork Posses. And the funny thing is, if you make a Sumpwork Posse with the second one, like you draw a Sumpwork Posse, and then you draw a second one and you play it, and then you have like 2 deserters in your hand and they both transform, you play the second one, your opponent goes, oh man, lucky motherfucker. And then you play the third one and they scratch their head. Because they're not sure how the hell you even got that in your deck. It's pretty funny. I did that to somebody earlier and they just spammed the Heimerdinger emote. They were like, what? There's calculations happening, my brain computations I don't understand. Alright. Here we go. Look at this, we got 3 champions, all of them leveled up. This is nuts.
Never play fair. I don't need a plan.
Yeah, you're starting to realize it doesn't matter. And it synergizes with Tibble. Exactly. Yep. The extra damage it does to everything. Yeah. And it makes it stronger power, and it's an elusive unit. So, like, it works really well with Tibble. And the funny thing is, you can actually play him for 5 mana, the Deserter, block with him, even get him all the way down to 1 mana. As soon as you do the transformation of Sumpwork Posse, he will turn into a 4/2 no matter what, even if he's already damaged. We'll drop everything but the Raven Bloom. Really want Sumpwork Posse. Tyrion Sumpworker, I mean. Okay, I guess we're just playing the landmark and trying to go from here. Ooh, nice, we got it.
I know.
Oh, we got it.
In the shadow.
We're already nuts. Oh man, I didn't have the mana because I played this turn 1. And I was hoping we got lucky and just drew one. We're just getting rid of Elise here. We can't let her level up. It's unacceptable. He probably just vimps me ons here. Yeah, that's what I figured. But I can't let her live. Oh, hey, there's another Sumpwork Posse. Oh, wow. Blood for blood, getting the work done. Wabba! Join the Sumpwork Posse. One of those 5 guys, little Sumpwork guys, one of them is a Legion Deserter with a mask on. What do you got, double Vile Feast? Or Vile Feast Flock? Okay. And then he plays Elise. That'd be sad. Okay, I was Vile Feast Flock. Okay, I have another. And another one. And sometimes people playing against me, I bet you they're like, oh, this guy's so damn lucky. He doesn't realize I still have 5 copies of this card in my deck. That's why I drew 2. We're gonna blow up his old board, advance the countdown, do half his health. The usual.
Never play fair.
How about we do that? Okay.
This might hurt.
Is it another flock or a Vile Feast? Figured as much. You might play another Katarina, so I'm gonna be chill here. And it works great with Tibalt too because he clears defenders' damage out of the way. A casual 10 to face, yeah, no big. I don't think playing the Annie here makes much sense, to be honest. We're just going in. Doesn't do enough. GG. Another win.
It's just an
This deck is killing it. I love it so much. It's my favorite design because no one else is playing it. Super unique. And I'm climbing with it.